everybody. This your girl CC with WIB Magazine, and I got my co-host on the line, Mickey Monday. How are you today?
I'm doing good. C, how are you?
I'm doing good. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you too.
Thank you. Well, we have a special guest on the line. I'm gonna let him introduce himself and where he's from.
My name is JC. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. What you like about Atlanta so far since you've been here?
I like the Black excellence. Like it's a lot of opportunities for people of color more than the typical city in the United States. I think that's what I like most.
Okay. So tell everybody what made you want to be a singer.
Just being around family, church, but more so family. Just singing all the time. My mom can sing. My dad can't sing.
I got you. Well, I'm gonna go into this new single that I've been promoting because I love the song "No Filter" with Jacquees. So tell us about this new single and the motivation behind it.
So it was basically I did it as a writer. I was just cutting some records, and I had gotten a folder, beat pack from Marley Waters. He's the producer. That was actually my first time working with him. So I did like a couple of songs that day, and that was the song we did at the end of the session. We had some extra time left, and I started it thinking it was just gonna be like a little rough idea I came back to. And I ended up, finishing the song. So like a year later was when I put Jacquees on it. When I decided to put it out. I played like 3 songs for Jacquees, and that was the one he picked. And then everybody in the room kind of felt the same way. So we just ran with that.
Dope. That's what's up.
But it wasn't about anybody in particular or anything like that. It just kind of came about. Like he said it was different than anything he had done, and that's why he liked it. Even his approach on the record was a little different than what he would do with some of his other stuff. So I thought that was dope.
Well, I like the song. To me, it doesn't seem like it's to anybody personally. To me, it just felt like, you were talking about no filter, like be the real you, be beautiful for what you are, without makeup, just be you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on my playlist. I play it a lot, so I don't wear makeup like that. So I love my little faces and everything.
My sisters are like that. They're like that. Well, I thought it was cool because I think I was on Instagram when I came, writing on the mic, you're kind of like just mumbling words, trying to come up with melodies. And I think I was looking on Instagram or something, and I saw a filter, and that's where the whole idea kind of came from that, and then became something bigger.
Right.
Gotcha.
Wow. So, having that song, which is a pretty big song, like I'm seeing the momentum, I'm seeing the views that it's getting on YouTube, just looking around. What's something that you can kind of direct people to get like a good idea or a good sense of who JC is as an artist? So, even with that single aside, like what's something that you can direct people to who this might be their first time checking into the video or checking into this interview and seeing you, getting to know you for the first time? Like, what's the project that you like? Hey, this is like how Apple Music does like an essentials album. Like this is the essential. You know what I'm saying? What's something that you would put in that spot?
Well, I mean, the totality of what I'm doing right now is in an album called The Living Room Chronicles. Like right where I am now, I did like an entire album just at the crib with friends, producers that I had relationships with, and released it. But I've really been more focused on singles. Excuse me. I just been dropping singles like every 3-4 months. But I guess the biggest body of work that brings everything together is probably that album. It's kind of time for another album because now I got so much new stuff. Like a lot of that is not on the album, but it definitely speaks to like what I'm doing right now and my style and my style of writing as well.
Okay, dope. And then, you know, I know you work with a couple of people who are already, you know, well cemented into the industry. I mean,
Yep.
I think Eric Bellinger was one, and then of course Jacquees, and then damn, I can't remember the other person off the top of my head. But if you had the opportunity to, you know, like actually pick someone, like have a dedicated person, like, you know what I'm saying, this is the person I want to go to for a record, who would that person be and why? I mean, and it could be anybody.
Yeah,
It don't have to be.
yeah, it's rough because I have a couple. I like so many different artists, but I've said her before because I just like her talent level. I feel like she's like a female Prince, like of today. But it's kind of like a tie between her and Rihanna because what I like about Rihanna is she does every genre of music well. She can put out like a club record for like the streets, like to throw it up, something like that. But then she'll do like a house dance record, and then she can come like in the middle with pot, like. So I think that's dope because I feel like her mind would be open to just doing whatever is hot versus putting it in a box and saying it's got to be R&B or it's got to be pop rock, whatever. It's just kind of mesh whatever the
Right,
vibe
right.
is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two very well talented and respected artists and producers. So
Yeah,
I could, you know what I'm saying, I can see that for sure.
yeah, they crazy.
And yeah, absolutely. And then just kind of going more into yourself as an artist, if you know, if you want to list off some of like your favorite accomplishments that you've achieved this far
Mhm.
in your career.
I think to me the biggest one is just staying consistent after having like record deals and
Mm,
being in certain situations, but doing what I'm doing now, I'm doing is just me. you know, I have people who I work with who do certain things, work in certain capacity. But ultimately, it's just my business, me as an artist, and I'm just 100% independent. A lot of people don't believe that, but so um, that within itself is my biggest accomplishment because it is hard to turn down certain situations or certain things that may seem flattering upfront. Looking at the bigger picture, what I'm doing now
well,
is something I'm proud about.
Gotcha.
okay.
So, what do you think is missing in today's R&B music?
Um, there's a couple of things. Well, I think I wouldn't say it's missing. Oh man. Okay, so I have two sides of that. So on one
Okay.
end, the people who are more into the traditional R&B, which that would be me, um, are having trouble coming on board with the newer style, which meshes hip hop, and hip hop is the number one genre in the world. So it's kind of like if you do R&B and you don't infuse the hip hop element in it, you're not gonna reach the masses. And if that's your goal as a business, it's not gonna happen. But then on the other side, I wish that wasn't the state of R&B, and it would be more like the '90s R&B vibe. Because everybody's like the '90s is coming back. It's not. They're just sampling stuff and flipping it. But I'm talking about real, like Mint Condition, Jodeci, Babyface, all that, like straight up '90s R&B. If it was up to me, that's what we would be hearing right now.
Mm.
I don't feel like that style was ever broken, and I think that's why I feel so good. Anytime somebody hears old '90s songs, you get the same reaction.
That's true. That's true. I'm definitely an R&B fan. I don't know about all this hip hop. Not gonna say hip hop. I'm gonna say more rapish music because it's like the mumble jumble to me.
Yeah,
But
but you do gotta feel because even though filter you like that, and it's several parts in that song where the cadence from rap is in the song. Like I wouldn't have been able to do that 15 years ago. If I tried to do that same song, they'd be like, "What are you doing?" Like some of those little parts that we tend to call like a little more sauced up or a little more wavy, like that didn't exist. You know,
but,
yeah, and like that's a new thing. So as a writer, of course, I can adjust, but a lot of artists don't. Like they can't adjust to that. It's difficult.
I got you. I got you. So I like to ask everybody this before Mickey Monday throw his question out. What is one fun fact about yourself?
Fun fact.
A fun fact about yourself.
God, think of a good one. Well, I'll go with something simple. I play basketball.
That's a fun fact about yourself?
It's simple. I mean, if you want a deep fact, that's why I talk. So I've had vocal surgery 5 times. So that's probably the biggest thing is the vocal surgery history.
Okay.
So technically, we're not supposed to be able to have a conversation. So that's pretty big in my. So that's why I go so hard. Like I'm not even supposed to be able to talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you gave us something we didn't know. That's awesome.
You didn't want to stick with basketball,
Yeah.
so I had to give you the deep one.
Wow.
Well, we like exclusives on here, so stuff that people ain't heard about.
Yeah. It's not a secret. I just don't mention it a lot because I used to feel like people would pity me, but now I'm learning more people appreciate it. So
Yeah.
I was saying that in another interview, I'm starting to voice it more to let people know that is like something that I experienced.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Definitely.
Sure. So, we talked about people that you feature with and, some other stuff, but I really want to know, like, who are some of the, like, music artists that you look to for, like, just getting inspiration and, piggybacking ideas, or like you might hear something and go, that sounds pretty dope. I know I could do that, but I could do it better.
Man. See that again, that's rough because I just listen to everything. I'm all over the place. So typically people expect me to listen to
I said, give me 3 then. Make it easy for you, just 3. That way because you don't gotta sift through everybody. You can just be like, bang, bang, bang. Those 3.
mean, I do a playlist. Like it had to be some old 90s R&B. Then the Motown family, like Donny Hathaway and
Okay.
that type, all of them, because you can always get something from that. And then
Right.
gospel, like Tosh Cobb, she's one of my favorites. Jason Nelson, I listen to a lot of gospel.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't really listen to my genre of music, which is weird. So a lot of times people say, "Have you heard of such and such?" And I don't listen to it. It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, who's your favorite artist?
I don't have one.
You don't have a favorite artist?
I don't. I have a favorite songwriter. It's Babyface. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, he's done more than what people know, but of course people are knowledgeable of what he's done. But I like how he was like a big writer, and his artistry was like secondary. And he was kind of chill and laid back. I have a similar demeanor to him, but he was still extremely successful. That's Outkast. That's TLC. Like all, so many Pink, Donnell Jones were all birthed out of what he did. People forget that sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, that's right, he did do that." Then he got into the movies with his ex-wife, stuff like that. He's got, man, it just goes on and on and on. Like put his hands on. So I think ultimately that would be my ultimate goal to get to that point.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, it was a very well-rounded list that you named off, or names that you listed off too.
Yeah.
So I just, I'm just kind of trying to get a feel for how next year is going to go, because with social distance being like the new norm, like what do you see in the future for you? How do you think this will how do you think the pandemic will ultimately affect your personal next year? You know what I mean? Because if you got to be doing shows and stuff like that and performing and things like that. So what can we expect, or what can you expect? What do you think that you could
I'm
foresee?
I'm gonna probably write more. Because I've released music all year. Like I started with a video in February, and then it was single, 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 and probably 5, I think, this year, or at least 4. And that is draining. It's a
Mhm.
lot of work. And then when you have one like this, like No Filter, starts to get notoriety and gets picked up on TV, radio, stuff like that, and I can't do shows, it just makes me wonder what could have done if I would have been able to really get out there, which I'm known for moving around, grinding, and I can't do it. So I want to transition more into the top of the year, uh, more on the songwriting end, and tap into TV and film because everybody's streaming now. So that's something I'm doing now. I'm doing a lot of TV and film stuff, and then I want to, you know, I don't typically focus on writing for major artists, but that's something I'm gonna get a little more intentional about because they're in a better position. What I write for them can reach more people during the pandemic than what I can do for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That you being able to tap into different avenues like that. And
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, since you said earlier that you kind of have like the living room chronicles is what
Yep.
what you piece together, musically,
Yep.
just as a project. But what's something that you've learned over the year? Like, what's a new skill or something that you might have developed just having so much time to yourself inside of your own space? Like, you know what I'm saying, even though you've been able to work and collaborate with all these people, but I'm sure in this amount of time you've probably picked up something new that you haven't had, from the previous year. So
Yeah. I think the newest thing has been relationships because, like, I mean, I've always had strong relationships, but I've been forced to develop particular relationships, like more quality over quantity,
Mm.
because with in a time like this, you can really strip it down and see who's serious versus who's talking. All that fast talking, moving, you can't move around like that and fake like you're doing something. You're either doing it or you're not. So I've been stripping down the people around me and narrowing it down to the people who actually can get stuff done and have my best interest at heart. So that's been extremely revealing this year.
wow,
It's been powerful.
Mm. Ooh,
wow.
definitely.
I think we
Good
can
question.
all, yeah, take a note from
Go
that.
ahead.
No, I'm just saying I think we can all take a note from that. Just
Yeah,
Mhm.
assessing our relationships in our lives.
yeah.
I agree with you. But quick question: what has been the craziest thing you've seen so far in the industry?
Ooh, I probably can't even say
Just
it.
name one.
Oh no, it gets too crazy. I gotta dummy it down. Okay, I can say this because it was televised.
Okay.
It was on. Um, what is that? Oh God, see, I don't even watch TV.
What, TMZ or something like that?
Yeah, TMZ. Thank you. But I was on a tour with Lil Wayne in the north, on the north west, out in the northwest, and it was around the time where somebody threw a water bottle on the stage. They weren't throwing it at him. They were mad because he was saying he was ending his show, and it was empty, but they threw it near the stage, and he just
Mm.
like snapped. But ended up throwing trash cans at people, knocking over cameras. Just it's just crazy. I had never seen anything like that. Like I mean, innocent bystanders, like whomever, uh, just went off.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff that's even crazier, uh, but that was shocking to me just because of the high level of respect that I have for him as an artist, and him just being, in my opinion, one of the legends. I just thought he would kind of be. I wouldn't have expected that from him.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's crazy to me.
I remember that. I remember seeing that. Mm.
it's funny you said that because honestly, it's a lot of people who a lot of people look up to them because of their work ethic and how well they are in their profession, and they're assholes. Like watching that Michael Jordan documentary, just seeing how vicious he was, and it's like, damn, man, I thought, you know what I'm saying? So that's crazy.
I'm still definitely still a fan, but yeah, that was heavy. And there's some deeper issues with y'all use your imagination. You know, I saw a lot that night, and I was just like, wow, I don't ever want to be that person, like that. I'm not saying that towards him. I'm just saying I don't ever want to be in that space mentally to where
I got you.
like that.
Okay.
Crazy.
Mickey, like, yeah, I could just picture what going on in them roads.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was bad. That's all I can say. It was bad.
I believe it.
Bad.
What has been one of your biggest challenges so far?
I would say, one of the biggest is just moving through the industry as an artist is very difficult because it's oversaturated and there's so many artists. Like every time you look up, it's a new one. So trying to figure out how to release content even and stay independent, but still get it to surface amongst millions of artists that are out there. Like that's been a challenge. It's expensive. It don't have anything to do with the music. Like that's the toughest pill to swallow. Is it literally doesn't matter. The music doesn't matter. It's a different game. That's been hard.
I gotcha. So are you looking to be with the label, or you want to stay independent?
I want to stay independent. I would do like a production deal to where I take, because I'm able to create material through my production company and the relationships I have with producers that work directly for me. Then I write all my music. I have engineers, I have studio, stuff like that. So, and I have a setup in my career where I can record when I'm not at the studio. So for me, it would just be a situation with marketing and just that machine that the label has to pick up the phone and get stuff done. But I feel like the type of deal I would want wouldn't come until after I do a bit more on my end, which is totally all right. I'm not in a rush.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. I've gotten used to saying no. It can get tempting because when you're doing it on your own, like you want to believe in the label, but you can't. You can't trust the record.
Okay.
Be smart.
Be smart.
Yeah.
So with that being said, because just kind of going back to your strategy and how you've kind of just fleshed out this past year, you were putting out so many singles, bang, bang, boom. It's usually the inverse. It's usually drop a single and push that single and keep pushing it. So how do you think that's affected your trajectory as far as having to do so many singles? I mean, of course you have No Filter, which is, doing phenomenally well, but what's your, just kind of like being in that and experiencing it, what's your takeaways from that?
Well, the attention span has changed because of what I was saying earlier. It's so oversaturated. You're getting 30,000 songs a day on Spotify and Apple Music. 30,000 a day. So my song can't last 5 months. It can't last 3 months anymore without extreme, like a machine behind it to really keep it out of the front. It's no different than if you say you're going to do a commercial for the Super Bowl. Most brands are only going to have one because it's so expensive to get that commercial in the Super Bowl. you're gonna get one good one, and you're gonna leave it there. You know, but that's how I feel. You know, if you're gonna try to stretch out a single and promote it, it requires so much funding. You get more traction from just keeping yourself current and dropping it, and then you wait like a couple months, few months, drop. I mean, I know people drop every month or every 2-3 weeks. I don't want to do that,
Yeah.
but yeah, but I mean, I have the material because I record every day. Like, so I got hundreds of songs. Like, but when you understand how it works, it's just like, why put it out? You can't really promote it. It falls on deaf ears. So, yeah, I have found a happy balance, and it tends to be like a 3-month range, and that's pushing it, because after 3 months, the people that are following you directly, most of them are telling, man, this is old, what you got for us? Just think about it. Your story on IG is 24 hours for a reason. You know, your post, you get traction on it for maybe 48 hours. After that, it's over. If I didn't see it, I'm not gonna see it. And music is the same way.
I gotcha.
Okay,
But
dropping gems.
but if you own 100% of your stuff, I can continue to release new content, and when I finally get the right situation, and you now hearing about JC the first time, you're gonna go stream all of that music that I own, and that money is gonna come back to me. So that's why it's important to stay independent. So I have ownership in my intellectual property. So
Right.
when the time is right, it's not about that upfront money from that experience. It's about all the past content that I've put out there in the market. You got to go back and stream that, listen to it, to familiarize yourself more. So
Okay, JC.
it's more long term,
Yeah,
long term.
definitely.
But that's why you see people like Russ. Russ is probably the best example. I met him on Lil Wayne's tour. Like, he put out 11 albums before he blew up, and then he said he made all his money from the 11 albums, not the record deal and stuff. He became a millionaire off of his old catalog. That was the quickest money he got, because it didn't go through a label, it didn't go through anybody. It came straight to him because it's just his old material that he put out independent.
Wow.
Look at JC doing some work. He up there reading. Now.
So funny, man.
You done did your background homework.
Hey, you better.
I'm just picking with you. But Mickey Monday, you have any other questions before we go into trivia?
No, that was it. I mean, especially the last one. That was superb, man. It's just like I said, you dropping gems. So
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you.
sure.
And I'm sorry, I'm probably talking to people like, man, you trying to be smooth. I literally talk like this to preserve my voice. I'm like real chill. But
Gotcha.
inside, I'm like turned up right now. Like, just to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
He turned up. He say, hey, he had to get on the show with CC and Mickey Monday today. He got to be turned up in the inside, even though we don't see it, y'all, but you know. But let me go with my trivia question. Okay. What would the world populated, what would the world be like populated with clones of you? How would it be?
Oh, we be good. We be cool.
Go into the detail. Like, how would it be in the world with a whole bunch of you?
Oh, it froze up. It froze up. It froze up. We would be in a good place because I'm very giving. I'm very caring. Like, I'm a people person. I'm all about helping people and supporting people and spreading the message of love. So I think it'd be good. Not cutthroat, no bad business, not perfect, but we will at least have the caring for one another part down.
Okay.
No racism.
So what would the bad part be?
I don't know. It's gonna all be me, so I don't think I'm gonna make myself mad.
No, but everybody got two sides, though. You got two sides or you show the other side. You know.
But see, it takes a lot to push my buttons. It takes a lot. Gotcha. So I couldn't imagine myself doing to someone what would have to be done to me to get me to react negative. It's not in my character. So I think we'd be good.
Okay.
We'll be in a good place. I don't know
So-
about the technology and all that. Yeah, but we'll have we'll have some good music.
Yeah, some good music.
There we go.
And we'll be able to give back to the world and the
No
community.
no racism. We good on that. We're gonna be in church every Sunday. My dad will kill me.
Okay.
I'm PK.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Mickey Monday. What's your trivia question for today?
Yeah, so my trivia question is what's something that you pretend to hate but actually love? So like an example of that would be like maybe something originally you might have like detested or like went against, like, nah, I'm not really feeling that. But then later on, you was like, you know what? It's not that bad. But now because you done already said you ain't like it, you can't go back and tell people that you like it because then you'll seem like a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? So what's something that you pretend to hate but actually love?
Well, one thing is vegan food. Like when I hear about vegan food, I just cannot get into the concept. But because I'm from the South, like so it's like throw down. Like I eat country ham, bacon, whatever. But all of the vegan food that I've had has been incredible. Like the Impossible Burgers that people have, Slutty Vegan, here in Atlanta. Like everything I've had. I even had some vegan strawberry cake at the studio. Yeah, one of the writers made it for everybody in the studio. It was like a month ago, and it's just unbelievable. So it's like I feel like they go the extra mile to make sure it tastes good. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Right.
Right.
And
I tried Slutty Vegan. It was pretty good. It was good, and they seasoned like it tasted more like Zaxby's to me, like they fries and stuff.
Yeah,
it tastes like Zaxby's to me. I was like, oh, it don't really have a different kind of taste to it to me. So
I liked it. It was
that
good.
I thought about it.
I'm one of those people. Just don't tell me what it is. I probably wouldn't. If you tell me it's a hamburger, it's gonna taste like a hamburger to me. But if I know it's beets and carrots and all kinds, I'm gonna be trying to taste the vegetable, and I'm not a vegetable eater, so I have to put all my stuff in a blender, like spinach. Well, I do like spinach, but I have to like blend
Okay, I gotcha.
like a 3-year-old.
But before we get off, tell everybody where they can follow you.
Well, the quickest way, Instagram, it's your boy JC, ITSYABOYJC. I'm a one stop is my website, it's your boy JC.com. IG, Facebook, videos, all my music, bio, pictures, everything is on there. So you just go to it's your boy JC.com.
Okay, and there you have it. Well, I want to say thanks for interviewing with us today. Congrats on your journey. I love your new song. You gained a fan here with me, as you already know, because I be in my car singing. So
yeah, I saw you on the video talking about hey.
I didn't think you was gonna post it. I was like, really? He really gonna post me in the car like this? And the Snapchat was off and the beat was off with it. I was like, really?
There's no filter.
I gotta promote somewhere. I'm not gonna do it. So thank you.
And again, thanks for being in the magazine. We definitely appreciate you.
Yeah, I got it. I actually it's in
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I got it. It's sitting on my coffee table.
Well,
Dope.
good.
Yeah, that's dope. I appreciate y'all for real, all the support. It adds up. It adds up.
Yeah,
For
it
sure.
does. And like I said, it felt like I know you forever. I be cutting jokes, be looking at it. I be like, all right, there go JC again. Here we go.
I look, it's so bad. I thought I knew you. I thought you was one of my somebody I went to high school with back in Nashville or something. Cause I was just like, I know her. Like I have to. Yeah,
And then he just started talking junk to me. I'm like, wait a minute, you didn't know me. You talking junk? Hold on. No, but go ahead, Mickey Birthday.
Oh yeah, man. JC, thank you, man. I really appreciate you coming through, being a part of the experience. You know what I'm saying?
Too, man.
Absolutely. You know, and you in the magazine, that's just another added bonus. You know, not many people are able to, you know, to be able to say or speak of such a achievement. But you know, here you are in the magazine. So, you know, congratulations yet again.
Hey,
you're welcome, man. You know, you got next year, the year after that. I want to see you do more. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what else you got in store for us. So I'm definitely going to check out some more projects. Like I listened to No Filter and The Suicide. That was pretty powerful. So like Cece said, you got a new fan here too. So I'll definitely be on the lookout.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, stay. I tell people just to go, cause I forget these records aren't old. Like what you were saying, just even some 6 months ago, I probably had 3 records in the last 6 months, if not 4. So I do want people to go back and stream those other songs as well, cause they're still new. You know,
Exactly.
I can only focus on one at a time and still be able to sleep good, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but we're doing it.
You got it.
There you go.
It's coming for you. Well, congratulations again, and you have a happy Tuesday.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Don't care what you say.